Are you ready? Here we go. Hey, what I do, my sweet little baby boos? Welcome back, but if you're new, my name is the Kid Kinetic, and this is Neti Speaks. Now let's get into this jug, cause is it just me, or have y'all noticed that like since the beginning of time, or like at least since like the late 90s, everybody and their mama seems to think they're Michael Jackson or trying to be Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Aspire, aspirations, get it? I mean, we're utilizing everything from the blueprint, from the versatility, from record-breaking statistics to ground-breaking technology and entertainment and dance. I mean, we're talking about that famous lean, you dig me? We're talking about, utilizing the moonwalk and taking it from the streets to the deets, get it? I mean, just to name a few superstars. We go from Usher Bay in the 90s. Then you get some Chris Brown in the early 2000s. In the late 2000s, you get some Justin Bieber, and there's a whole lot of in-betweens, but I'm just saying, those are the big boom, boom, bang, bangs. Then you even got some of the ladies that are doing it, from the Beyoncés to the Sierras to the Janelle Monáes. I mean, but they all have, the females, they all have more of like a Prince twist to them, but nonetheless the Michael print, you know. And you would think it would stop at pop stars and R&B artists, but no, it goes further. It gets into rappers. Can you believe it? I mean, Kanye West, Drake, Offset, to name a few. I mean, I feel like it was either between Jay or Kanye. One of them two started the whole I am Michael, I'm the only Michael, the only rapper compared to Michael, you know, that thing. And then all the rappers are like, yeah, nah, me. And then, you know, with him and Fafty and I call him Fafty, the competition between who's gonna get the best first week sales and that whole shebang. But what baffles me is that these young kids, you got these young kids like NBA Youngboy. How old is he? We probably about the same age, low-key. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyways, you know, I don't get the connection. The NBA Youngboy to a Michael Jackson. Like, I've been hearing those comparisons for like the last 2-3 years or so. And I get it. At first, there was a situation with, I guess, him having a lot of hits because he was trying to get out of his record deal. So he was just dropping just to get free. Get free, yeah. And so, you know, with that, you're going to get some numbers that are whoopty. That's what happens. Similar to Drake's, we're going to spin back to that later on. But then, it's like, then the Michael movie drops, and then here they come with the NBA Youngboy comparisons again. Now there's an NBA Youngboy movie. For what? Who gave him that budget? But then again, you know, everybody's got documentaries out on Netflix now. So, I mean, it's kind of a more common thing since Beyonce came through and ushered in that new era since Homecoming. Just saying. I'm going to go ahead and give a few people the benefit of the doubt, to be completely a being 50 with you. You can say that Kanye was probably, out of all the rappers, the closest thing to a Michael Jackson. I mean, you got to look at the sales figures from his first 4 albums and how record-breaking that was. I mean, as far as rappers go, I mean, black rappers to be more specific, because we've always had like an Eminem type character, now Post Malone type character, who's always outselling everybody else. I mean, we'll get into those sales figures another time. That's a whole nother story. But then he continues to have these back-to-back hits on hits. And then it's like, even today, when you look at the numbers from the Bully album, it's like, in order to be able to reach those numbers after having been canceled, how many times has Kanye been canceled now? 17 and counting. And it's just like, it's insane. It's still like phenomenal numbers. Then you have your Drakes, which, I mean, it's one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing. The whole Jay-Z comparison to the Michael Jackson comparison. We're going to start with the number one record. I was going through, when I heard that announcement about Drake beat Jay-Z's record for most number one albums, and I was like, what, how many albums? Drake only has 8-9 studio albums. How is that possible? You start going back. You know, what they did is they went and turned mixtapes into albums just for the sake of the narrative. The man slick. Him and his team, they like to spin stuff because they know people ain't gonna do research. But then you got people like me who are gonna come out and be like, exposed. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you aging yourself or are you aging yourself? What are you doing? You know what I mean? So guys just want to be in the lead so bad, but it's not quite that. If you go down the list and you count them, like, you know, every other album is not an album. Like Dark Lane Memo tapes. I'm just gonna spout them out off the top of the dome right quick. More Life. Yeah, that's all I got off the top of the dome. Them ain't albums and it's mixtapes. So just cross them off the list. Them don't count. If you're reading This Is Too Late, mixtape, that don't count. You know, and it's funny because like a lot of this stuff in the beginning, really what it is like it's a ruse, it's a headline, it's an attention grabber, it's clickbait really ultimately is what it is. It's clickbait to get you to invest emotionally into a thing. But ultimately it's like with the drops for a mixtape, they're just telling you we're not putting much of a budget into this, so if it flops, you know, you can't really say it's a flop because it was a mixtape, so type deal, which is clever marketing tactic. However, clever marketing tactic. I think that's it. Oh, you know what? One more other thing. This man practically dropped a visual album, and nobody's really talking about that. There was like a visual for every song on Iceman except for maybe 2, which I'm like, why ain't you just did what finish the job? You know what I mean? I mean, these days there's no limit to what labels and artists are willing to do to stir up a commotion for an album release. And really, it's a lot of the stuff is like we've gotten away from the music. The music has gotten really lazy, and microwave music is microwavable. It's very quick and fast and in a hurry, fast food music. The music has gotten really lazy. The rollouts have gotten really lazy. But the gimmicks around stirring up drama they're out of this world. That brings me to another thing. There's this whole conversation in the rapper streamer atmosphere, in the entertainer world, if you will, about whether or not rappers should be involved in streaming to any capacity, whether they should go on streams to promote their music as opposed to just regular radio promo, if they should do streaming in their spare time, you know, between albums and tours. I'm just here to say I'm just gonna get ahead of the whole thing and just say right off the rip, it's gonna happen regardless. It's been happening for quite some time. You have amazing streamers gone artists like Zachary Campbell, prime example, and then you have artists like myself gone streamer, and it's like people be like, oh, you're doing this because that didn't work, or you're doing that because this didn't work, and I don't know, that might apply to some people. I don't know, I have no idea. I personally like to do what I want to do. Hey, I censored myself. Hey, that's gonna make the edit easier later. This I love. You know, I hate having to find a topic to talk about, but I love to talk. I love to stream. I love to do the whole this thing. This is fun. This is really, I enjoy this. Editing, not as much. Finessing the algorithm, not as much. I do enjoy the entertainment part of it. I'm an entertainer nonetheless. But I actually started this whole thing. This idea came up during a period of time where the world was kind of going bonkers, and I was trying to think more creative. If nobody's going outside and everybody's stuck in the house, what's a new way to promote what we got going on? So you see the versus thing, you see this, you see that all over the place. So I'm just like, podcasting is hot. Let me go ahead and start a podcast. But then it became a streaming channel. And now I'm like, how can we do both? Because I don't really want to, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, and it's like once it becomes this and that, and they're like, oh, what, that wouldn't work? No, I'm doing both because this is fun. We're not going to be like, you should hang. Nope. Can't stop, won't stop, can't stop, won't stop. You know, there was also a conversation about whether or not rappers like T.I., for example, should be going into comedy, which is something I have also thought about. This is kind of a comedy podcast sometimes when I'm energetic and, you know, my energy's through the roof. That's mostly during the day, when we shoot during the day. A lot of the times I'm shooting in the middle of the night. Y'all could probably tell based on the lighting. Like today, I was real lazy with the lighting. I was like, one lamp, boom, see face, let's go. Cause I'm just like, let's roll it. I'm in go mode. I got this little routine going and I'm loving it. So I'm just cranking. I feel like an entertainer is an entertainer. You know, when you go on people's Facebook pages, 90% of these females out here are digital creators, whatever that means. You know, we know what that means. We know what that means. Digital creator, what does that mean? It could be a lot of things. Maybe I'm a streamer. Oh, you're a streamer, all right. Maybe I'm a, photographer. Oh, you're a photographer, all right. Maybe I'm a model. Oh, you're a model, all right. You know what I mean? It could be so many things. And I just think entertainment is entertainment. You know, a model can sing, can act, can dance, if you can do all those things, And I think at this point in history, I think we've seen enough performers and enough entertainers from different avenues, from different lanes, pivot and kind of juggle different things. So this is not anything new. This is just something that I feel like people are being able to talk about in a wide range. So you let me know in the comment section how you feel about that. What do you think? Do you think it's weird when you see your favorite rapper on a stream? Do you think it's weird when your favorite streamer starts rapping? Does that throw you for a loop? I enjoy it, to be honest. My personal opinion, I enjoy it. I have a lot of streamers that I enjoy who also make music, and I be watching they stream for the longest time, and then all of a sudden they start dropping music, and sometimes I be like, leave the music alone, bro. Don't come over here with that. Please don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of good shit, though. I'm not gonna cap. I was very territorial at first, but I'm like, how I look coming over here in y'all stuff and be like, no, but don't come in my stuff though. I didn't like it at first. I was like, I'm creative. I'm doing something different. No, I thought I was doing something different. I didn't realize it was a wave. It was a thing that was happening, and I was like, oh, I need to get outside more. So there's that. But yeah, let me know. Oh. And another thing, before we go, I want to talk, because we were talking about Michael and artists who have versatility in the things. First of all, that Chlöe and Timbaland just dropped, Resurrection. Go check out that mixtape. That slap. Check that out. It's fire. Lizzo's album. Gosh, gee williker. I really appreciate a good powerhouse. We don't get a powerhouse on a regular basis, so when we do get them, I'm like, yo, a powerhouse, fire stuff. And her first album, the first big commercial project, I thought was fire. I thought it opened up well. I thought it transitioned from song to song very well. I thought it was very well thought out project. I thought the production was amazing. The versatility. I mean, we got some trappy vibes with Tempo, which was Lizzo and Missy Elliott. We got some funk vibes, which there was a few of those, but Boys was my favorite. We got some R&B vibes, but we really got some orchestral, very much so theatrical, very much so Broadway-esque kind of vibe from the opening jump with I'm crying 'cause I love you. The fact that, what time is it right now, and my voice is still doing that, not bad, bitch. And I'm dead tired. My voice was shot 2 hours ago. I blew it out doing too much today. But yeah, no. The album, see, here we go with the censor again. So anyways, the album is called Bitch, and I was listening to it the whole time like, bitch, yes, do your big one, bitch, yes. Slobbing, crying, the whole nine. It was ugly. And then I started watching, the interviews, the promo run, and she's on a promo run. And she was like, yeah, bitch, da-da-da. She was on Drink Champs, and she was talking about the word, and she was like, I don't like it when people call me that. If you don't know me, da-da-da, whoop-dee. And I'm sitting here like, whoopee. I was very entertained, very amused by the project. 5-star project. The versatility was there. The production was there. There was a few moments, I'm not gonna lie, where the writing kind of had me in a place where I was like, that feels like we didn't know what to do with it, and we're just like, F it, and just left it. Y'all hit me up in the comment section. You let me know what do you think about entertainers being, prostituters and being all over the streets on everybody's corner doing everybody's thing. How do you feel about that? Is that cool? What's up with that? Also, while we're talking about people stealing stuff, how do we feel about producers stealing other producers' whole sound? You remember there was a whole era of the type producer, Drake type beat, Lil Baby type beat. You remember when that was a thing? First of all, I hated that. That ushered in the era of the YouTube beat and the SoundCloud rapper galore, which great things for the economy. I love for artists to have resources, but that would just cringe era, y'all. Cringe era. Hit me up in the comment section. I want to know how y'all feel about stuff, because these are things that I'm gonna talk about again later on, for whatever reason. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm just here to be like, told you, and then I'm out this joint. Go listen to that new tunes. Go listen to that new music. Oh, in case you weren't here last week, which it looks like everybody was here last week. Thank y'all for the love. Hit the button before we go. Hit the button, and yeah, no. It's a new. If you're in town or near town, it's a new show. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I got a plug for you at the end. You just wait for it. I'm elated. I'm elated. Life is lifing right now, and we're about to be back in the groove real heavy. I want to say more, but I don't want to say too much. So on that note, I'm dipping out. I love y'all. Till next time, kid egg.